Okay, hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to JFD Brokers Traders Tea Time with me, Darius Chauskas. Today is the 27th of April 2018. So we're going to have a look at the markets, what happened earlier on during the morning session, what's happening right now, and well, what to expect from them by the end of the close of the US markets today. But before we jump in, as always, let's have a little read through our risk disclaimer. So it constitutes an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. I'll just give you a few seconds to read the rest and we can, especially specifically the JFD research page. So you can go in here and here. And yeah, do not hesitate to visit us. But for now, let's have a look at the charts. So the first I want to have a look at, let's start from the index actually. And the first one I want to look at is the FTSE. Now FTSE is on fire today and we are seeing a nice break here to the upside. I was covering this one this morning and I was talking about this level here to keep an eye on, the 74.35 approximately there, and I was saying that if we'll get a nice break above this, then well, this could potentially push a little bit higher, maybe towards this level right here, the 75.10 approximately there, 75.10 or initially 7,500. We are just a few points away from the round number of 7,500. So guys, I mean, keep an eye on this one. Potentially we could get a touch by the end of the closing day today, so something to keep an eye on. On the downside, of course, if, well, probably that's less likely, but let's say if something happens and we get a total reversal back down here, back below the 74.35, well, this could not look very good for this index. So we could potentially then move a little bit lower and test this upwards moving support line that we're having here with this running since around the 26th of March. So guys, for now we're aiming for the upside here. Like I said, it is looking strong, and well, it is not far from the round number of 7,500. Similar stories on the DAX. The DAX is looking good as well, moving above this 12,600 level that I've got highlighted here, and of course we're just slightly above it for now. We could potentially move towards this 200 EMA here on the daily chart initially, and that's around this 12,660. But if that doesn't hold, well, we do have a better level of resistance right here at around 12,750. So keep an eye on this one, guys, especially if we'll start seeing breaks above the 200 EMA. On the downside, well, it is, like I said, it is just slightly above this key level here, the 12,600. So if we'll get a move lower and we'll close on the day below this level, well, probably this index still wants to hang around in this little range here between the 12,600 and 12,460. So potentially we could move around here initially in the beginning of the week, next week. That is, of course, if we'll see a close below this 12,600. Let's have a look at gold quickly. So gold is retracing nicely, rebounding. This is a daily chart, by the way, and we are rebounding nicely from this this bottom side of the triangle, or let's say this slightly upwards moving support line that started here around the 1st of March, and we're now hitting this 1320 level that acted as a key support level initially, and now it's acting as a good level of resistance. Of course, we'll have to keep an eye on this one. If we'll get a nice close above this level, above 1320 or 1321, well, this could bring the upside back on the table. The bulls could get interested in this as well again, and they could potentially drive the price a little bit higher again, maybe towards this area right here, around the 50 EMA, or even actually towards this 1336 level that I've got it highlighted here. On the downside, of course, we would need to see a good break and a close below this bottom side of the triangle formation, and if we'll get a nice close below this, well, there could be a strong potential for this commodity to move a little bit lower, maybe towards the 1307 initially, but we do have a better level here, the psychological 1300, that could potentially get tested if the 1307 doesn't hold. So watch out for this one. Be careful with this commodity. I mean, it is bringing a lot of potential trades, good potential trades, but at the same time, well, don't forget your stop losses, let's say like that. Let's have a look at the euro. So the euro dollar is, well, let's say it is looking weak today, but of course not as weak as the British pound, but I'll get to that one, of course. But for now, we can see that this level that I was talking this whole week, I was talking about this level here, the 120,900. So we can see that the price is retracing back towards it. The big question here, of course, will it stay above it? Will it close today above this 120,900 or actually below? Now, to just remind you guys, this 120,900 acted as a good resistance level in 2017. So we can see here twice, or actually, apologies, this is January already, but nevertheless, I mean, in 2017 this acted as a very good level of resistance. So guys, I mean, watch out for this one. Watch today's close. It will be interesting to monitor. Maybe, like I said, if next week this level will prove to be too much for the euro dollar to kind of continue breaking, then potentially this could act as a good bouncing ground to the upside, and we could see a move towards the 121,500. If we get a move towards that level, then, well, keep an eye on it, because a break above this could open the path back towards the 122. On the downside, certainly, if we'll get in, if we'll continue pushing lower, and there is a good level to watch out here, of course. Not only the these areas right here at around 119,600, and then a little bit lower than 119,150, but initially, of course, we will be, if this price will want to continue pushing lower, then we could get a test. We could potentially get a test of the 120 area, the psychological 120. Now, of course, and that area would come in line almost with the this 200 EMA here on the daily chart. So guys, keep an eye on this one. There are some good levels to watch out for. I don't think that we'll hit the 120 today, of course, obviously, but then like I said, for now, keep an eye on this 120,900. Looking at GBP USD, so yep, not a very good day for the pound today. So the first quarter GDP estimates came a little bit lower than expected, and this is what took down the British pound, and we can see that it moved below this 138,900. I was talking about this level this morning. We got a nice break here, broke the 100 EMA, and we're actually not far from this upwards moving trend line that started around the around March 2017. So this could potentially act as a good level of support initially. Also, we do have a better level here at around 137, 150. So these two lines here could potentially act as a good level of support, and like I said, watch out for this one, guys. I mean, watch out. Let me just quickly highlight that so that we would have something for next week to watch out for. Yeah, guys, I mean, at the moment we are seeing a bit of retracement here back to the upside. Certainly the question here is, will we reach this level today? Will we touch this upwards moving trend line today, or actually we'll see the pair will leave this, we'll leave something like that for next week? But for now, let's keep observing it. I mean, it's very difficult to trade this one right now. It has already made a good drop, unless you want to, I don't know, jump into a retracement. But then again, because it's so weak right now, it's quite difficult to actually make a call on this one. Alright, let's have a quickly look at the Euro GBP. Now, Euro GBP is at an interesting spot as well. We had a nice bounce here, as well, you probably understand it, because of the weaker pound. the pair has shot up here. Now we're slightly balancing around this 0.87700 area. So we managed to reach this 50 EMA here. It acted as a good resistance level here initially. So for now, at the moment, of course, we are very cautious with this one. It seems that it wants to continue pushing higher. Of course, next week will show us better. And if it does want to continue pushing higher, then with this would actually come in line with this downwards moving channel that it's still trading in within, let's say, and we would probably need a nice move above this 0.87 900, well 0.88 actually I would say. So above the 0.88, if we get a nice move above that level, then it's potentially opening the path towards a little bit higher levels here. Maybe even we will see another move towards this upper bound of this downwards moving channel. So guys, I mean, keep an eye on this one. It's an interesting one right now. Certainly we know from history that it does like to surprise everyone, and it might reverse again lower, but like I said, be careful with this one. At the moment it's looking bullish, so I was level, so watch out for this one, guys. Let's have a look at USD CAD. Now USD CAD, it's, well, trading nowhere, let's say like that today, and it seems like it wants to form a doji here on the daily chart. It is currently above this level that I'm watching, this 128,500. Certainly I still have the 129,500 on my radar here. I doubt that we might see a touch of that area today, but for me right now the most important will be this level right here, the 128,500. I want to see if the pair will close above this, or actually will it drop below and head towards this 128 level. So watch out for this, guys. I mean, if we do see a move towards the 128, well, this could potentially bring some weakness back on the table, and we could see a little bit of retracement coming into this pair maybe next week. But that is, of course, if we'll see a move below the 128,500, and then of course a move below the 128. So watch out for this, guys. This could play out as an interesting trade. Let's have a look at the USD JPY, and probably we'll wrap it up for today. And also similar story, trading nowhere, but to be honest, it's still within this rising channel, I would say, and there is some potential for this to continue pushing higher. We do have a nice level here, this 200 EMA at around 110-200, so probably something for next week to watch out for. And yeah, guys, I mean, today probably this pair will close just where it is right now, unless something extraordinary happens and we'll see maybe a slide lower. But like I said, at the moment it's just sitting here nowhere, and yeah, I mean, it's probably not bringing us a lot of interest. But because like I said, it is in need of a bit of for. Right, okay, I need to wrap it up here, and I hope you have a good weekend, guys. I hope you have a good remaining US session here today. And as always, guys, keep an eye on the price action, and I'll